taking on FAU. That was a game that was postponed back at the start of the year. Niners win the opening tip, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Austin Butler swings it over in the corner. Braswell looking for help, and it's taken away by UTEP. The Miners go in, and the first easy bucket of the game going to Bieniemy.
And as you can tell, no need for crowd control tonight. No one in the stands, unfortunately. But a nice cut there, beautiful pass. Ali Khalifa to Jackson Threadgill. Threadgill getting the start, Bobby, because Clyde Trapp unable to play.
Clyde Trapp, one of the top scorers for the Niners, averaging 11 points a game. The Clemson transfer, not able to go tonight. Jump shot here does not fall for Satterfield. Butler the rebound. And here come the Niners with Jameer Young, averaging over 20 points a game.
Yeah, Jameer Young, certainly the offensive leader of this 49ers ball club. And another beautiful backdoor pass and finish. Young to Threadgill.
First lead for the Niners. Jackson Threadgill in their last game played only 1 minute against Western Carolina. Had a career-high 12 points earlier in the season against App State. He's got the first 4 as the Niners lead by 2.
Yeah, Threadgill comes in with a reputation as a shooter, not shooting the ball well from behind the arc, but a great start offensively. It's a good move there inside by Verhoeven over the outstretched Khalifa.
Tied at 4. Jameer Young in his career against UTEP, actually a team he's not lit up the scoreboard against. Scored 14 at 12 and 12 against the Miners. Threadgill on the line as they tried for the 3rd time, Joby, to find Threadgill underneath.
Yeah, defensively for the Miners, 3rd time's the charm. They finally figured out the backdoor play, good help side defense, comes up with the turnover.
Bieniemy. Now to Sibley. Back to Bieniemy. He'll fire. What was on the line. Shot didn't go. Jameer Young the board for the Niners. Jameer able to get past Satterfield. And that draws the foul. Jarrell Satterfield, sophomore from Chicago. And we'll get our first substitution of the game. Clardy checking in.
See the replay, a little bit of a hand check there. Body contact below. Jameer Young so good at getting to the basket, scoring in a plethora of ways. Very tough for the defense to contain him.
Jackson Threadgill.
Speaking of tough to contain, Threadgill off to a ferocious start here. 6 quick points.
Doubling his season average, which is 3.1. Here's Boom. And a travel. Sule Boom, top scorer in this game. Joby, we mentioned the Niners without Clyde Trapp. Also, you look at UTEP without one of their top players so far this season, Keontae Kennedy, missing his 4th straight game. Got hurt in their game against Bradley. But a guy averaging 13 points, also the team's leading rebounder.
Yeah, nice finish there by Butler underneath, but unfortunately in today's pandemic era, you're not quite sure often who's going to be playing, and the Miners of UTEP like to change their starting lineups as is.
It's a nice pass inside. A foul going to be called. Sibley was fouled. Foul on Braswell.
You see the over-the-top fine. Good catch and control by Braswell. Easy deuce by Butler. Butler, important player for this Niner team. When he plays well, he can be a difference maker.
Here's Boom, quick shot off the inbounds, won't go, but an offensive rebound. Back out, Boom, 3, that won't fall either. And the rebound for Jameer Young. Joby mentioning UTEP, 12 different starting lineups we've seen this season, as they've dealt again with COVID issues, injuries, all that combining to a lineup constantly in flux. Jameer Young, 3, corner, good!
Yeah, beautiful relocation play there. Threadgill finding Young in the corner.
Niners now a perfect 5 for 5 from the floor. And an answer by Bieniemy right in front of the Niners bench.
And missed an open look a few possessions prior from the opposite corner. Knocks this one down and had a quick glance at the Niner bench afterwards.
The foul called.
Texas at UTEP and having some early success in the first season, but it takes time to build a culture and get guys to buy in.
Niners a perfect 5 for 5 from the floor here early on. Luka Vasic into the game for the first time. Musa Jallow as well. Butler, deep three, won't go. Sule Boom the board. Boom, the leading scorer, still looking for his first points of this contest. Bieniemy able to get the ball inside. Onyema with the hook shot, doesn't go, gets his own rebound. Fights his way up and one for Onyema.
A nice job there by Onyema to stick with it. Has a size advantage against Luka Vasic in the paint. And an offensive rebound and an opportunity for a three-point play.
Free throw doesn't go. Rebound by Butler.
And Charlotte, one of the worst rebounding teams in Conference USA. Certainly an opportunity for UTEP to take advantage on the glass as Young drives in, finishes, and one opportunity.
Impressive answer right back by Jahmir Young. Young earned his 4th Conference USA Player of the Week honors back in December.
It makes it look so easy. Quick, but also strong, athletic, able to finish around the rim.
Young completes the three-point play. Earlier this season, Jahmir became the 28th player to move into the 1,000-point club for the Niners. There's a nice feed inside. The ball is knocked away. And that's a steal by Fulks. Jallow, little spin move, draws contact. And now he'll head to the line for two. UTEP now with 4 fouls.
And Jallow, nice drive, cut off the baseline, spins back. Gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Jallow, Ohio State transfer. Made his debut right before Christmas. Played in the last 2 games the Niners had played against Maryland Eastern Shore and Western Carolina. Scoring 10 and 4 respectively in those 2 games. And Jallow able to go to the line, knock them both down. Niners here with a 7-point lead. Second time they've led by 7. Last time they were up by this mark, we saw UTEP hit a 3. Sibley looking for help. Bieniemy's got it. Guarded by his opposite number, Fulks. Bieniemy thought about the 3, now kicks it into the corner. Flaherty lost control of the ball and is taken away by Fulks. He gets it up to Jahmir Young. Feed into the corner. Butler, 3. Won't go. Jallow, though, the offensive board for the Niners. Back out. Young, top of the key. 3. Nothing but yet. Jahmir Young.
Yeah, beautiful basketball there. Jallow with the offensive rebound. Doesn't force it. One of the best times to shoot a 3 is on the offensive rebound. And Jahmir Young takes advantage.
And another steal. It's Fulks again. His 3rd steal. Can't finish, but Jahmir Young gets the offensive board. Now Butler inside. Shot doesn't go, and UTEP survives that one.
Yeah, wild attempt there by Butler. Bit of a force.
Boom, had it taken away.
Another turnover. Jameer Young sides. Let's slow this thing down, set up the offense.
Khalifa to Butler. Butler, tough shot inside. And we'll get a foul now on Butler. Already 5 turnovers for UTEP here in the first 7 minutes of this game. Currently an 8-0 run for Charlotte over the last 2 minutes. Isaiah Folks right now on pace for 400 steals in this game.
Yeah, Folks having an instant impact, showing you don't always have to score to impact the basketball game. And his defense has been stellar.
Sibley working on Jallo. Now it's Satterfield. Bieniemy. Bieniemy shot too strong. Khalifa the board.
Charlotte playing really strong man-to-man defense. Rare that you would see either of these teams play zone as Jallo gets an open look. Nothing but the...
Just family of the players allowed in attendance here in Charlotte as we deal with the pandemic in this country.
And it's unfortunate the Charlotte 49er fans would be ecstatic at this start to the ball game as we see a beautiful drive there. But 8 made field goals and 6 assists for the Niners. Getting really good shots, great ball movement, which has led to a high field goal percentage.
Khalifa's shot doesn't go. Bieniemy's bucket on the other end ended an 11-0 run that Charlotte was on. Onyema over to Boom. Onyema inside and gets the left-handed hook to go.
It's a couple times now we've seen him go over that right shoulder, left baby hook. Simple but effective.
He's got 4 points early on, had 4 in their last game against Southern Miss. Folks, he turns the ball over. Bieniemy with the steal. Bieniemy breaking down Threadgill. Boom, corner 3. Doesn't go. Khalifa the board for Charlotte.
Yeah, if you're Coach Golding, you're happy with that offensive possession. Great penetration, good find. Just unable to convert the basket. Need a few stops, try to climb back in this ball game. Obviously a lot of time yet to play.
Khalifa gets it to Braswell. Tough turnaround shot. Jallo went up on the back of Hollins.
A picture perfect over the back call there, Bobby. Literally
if you want to look up
back.
the dictionary picture of it, that might be it.
There we go. Over the back or shoulder. No harm done.
Jallo heading to the bench for Charlotte. Bieniemy had the hot hand early on here for UTEP. Hollins now over to Boom. Boom driving past Jameer Young. Won't finish though. Butler the rebound for the Niners.
A quick move. No help side defense. The Boom coming up a little short.
Like Butler had Threadgill on the backdoor cut. Didn't make the pass. Young's 3 is short. Bieniemy the rebound.
That was a different last couple possessions for Charlotte. Better defense by the Miners.
And an offensive foul called against UTEP. That is for Hooven.
You see Jamie Lucky, one of the veteran officials. Used to call my games way back in the day, Bobby, so you know he's a vet. Does a great job.
Unforced turnover by the Niners as Young was trying to get the ball to Braswell. The fourth turnover by Charlotte. We've seen 6 by UTEP. The Niners, who were hot early on, all of a sudden just 1 out of their last 7. And a drought that's reached about 3 minutes next time they have the basketball.
That's about what we would have expected early on with the long layoff since their previous game. But a little bit of second wind struggles here for the Charlotte 49ers.
Hollins will fire the 3 from the wing. Rebound, Jameer Young, his 4th rebound already. 9 points for Jameer. Threadgill, he had the first 6 points of this game for Charlotte. He'll go back door. That ball was tipped by Boom. Niners able to get it back, though.
UTEP really active as Braswell misses a 3, but their hands are in the passing lane and causing the Charlotte offense all sorts of difficulty at the moment.
Verhoeven working inside, back out. Satterfield 3. That won't go. Another rebound for Jameer Young. It was a good look for the Miners. With the shot not falling, a couple open threes they haven't been able to hit. Braswell will fire another deep 3. That one doesn't go. And a little shake of the head from Coach Sanchez.
Yeah, I don't love those shot attempts either. Feel like you could get that any time during the possession as Boom draws a foul, driving to the basket. As a matter of fact, see Jallo come in for Braswell. Here's the replay. Boom driving to the basket, creating contact. UTEP hanging around.
Mentioned Charlotte right now, just 1 of their last 9. They started this game 7 of 9. The enemy 3 corner, that won't go. And Jallo just into the game, gets the rebound for Charlotte. Jameer Young got his defender up, kicks it back out to Butler. Now Jallo. And that ball going to be taken away by Boom. Draws the is coming off their game against Southern Miss this past weekend where they won by 33 points, their biggest league win in 7 years. In that game, they tied a school record with 15 made threes. This is a team, when they hit from beyond the arc, they're going to win 7-1 this season when they make at least 8 3-pointers. So far, though, just 1. Boom does hit both at the line.
Yeah, UTEP also 7-1 when scoring over 70 points a game. 4-0, scoring at least 80. So naturally shooting the ball well. And Charlotte turns it over, leads to better point production.
Good look from Satterfield. Couldn't get it to go, though. We saw that backdoor cut work a lot early on. UTEP, though, been able to slow it down. That shot doesn't fall for Jameer Young. Niners right now over 5 minutes without a field goal. Pass tipped by Charlotte. So it'll stay with UTEP.
Yeah, Charlotte a little out of sorts, but Jameer Young did have a solid look at the basket. Just a little too much English. Slides off the rim, but Niners could certainly use a bucket. Still holding on to a 7-point lead and creating a turnover. Number 7 now for the Miners.
Great hustle by Butler to force that turnover. Butler, there is the cut down low to Threadgill. Satterfield going to be called for the foul.
Charlotte's being smart. They're using the aggressiveness of UTEP in the passing lanes, denying the wing players to go back door. And we've seen Threadgill specifically have success. A couple backdoor baskets and not a really solid lift. There you see the overplay, no help on the backside of the defense. Threadgill drawing the foul.
Threadgill hits them both. Now 7 of 8 at the line on the season. Niners up by 8. Largest lead has been 11. Boom. Well, he thought about it for a second and take the shot. Double team by Charlotte. And now Bienemy going to be called for the travel. That is turnover number 8 for UTEP.
You see both teams 6 fouls apiece. Well played game. Overall, I'm sure both coaches would like to eliminate some of those turnovers.
Jallo had it knocked away by Bienemy. And a great save. Clarity to keep it for UTEP. Now Bienemy working on Threadgill. Clarity back out top, Onyema. Now it's Boom. Boom, and that ball just grabbed by Musa Jallo. Possession arrow keeps it with UTEP.
A good help side defense there by Jallo. Stepping in. Closing off the driving lane.
And Charlotte playing their first basketball game since December 22nd. Bienemy, deep 3, it's good. Jamal Bienemy.
I mean, super deep. 10 big points now.
And an offensive foul on Ali Khalifa. So UTEP.
There you see NBA range. Bienemy raises up with confidence. Charlotte now with 8 turnovers, matching UTEP, who is slowly climbing right back into this ball game.
There's a nice feed. Bienemy again. 12 points for Bienemy. Had 19 in their win against Southern Miss. Averaging 14.2 a game. There's Butler. Back out to Young. 10 to shoot for Charlotte. Young lost it. Goes to Threadgill. Now Jallo. Free throw line jumper. In and out. Rebound Sibley.
I'll tell you what, I am incredibly impressed with UTEP's defense and equally impressed, Bobby. They say good defense leads to great offense, and sometimes just a matter of getting a little confidence, getting stops. You see the ball go in on the offensive end, one thing leads to another, and we've got ourselves a ball game.
Charlotte did lead by 13 points. Back at the 12-21 mark, there's another turnover. Khalifa wasn't looking at the pass from Jameer Young. UTEP can take the lead back for the first time since it was 2-0. Bienemy's got it. Sibley the pick. 3 ball. That's off the iron, won't go. And we're going to get, I believe, an over the back on UTEP. And it is team foul number 7. So Jameer Young will get to head to the free throw line.
Yeah, welcome sight for Charlotte. Trying to stop the bleeding here. Free throws a good way when the offense is struggling to settle things down. And Young, a great free throw shooter. Almost 88% on the season.
Young now with 10 points. Leading the way for Charlotte. It's Bienemy with 15 for UTEP. Young hitting them both. Niners a perfect 7 for 7 at the free throw line here in this first half.
No surprise there. Charlotte comes in leading Conference USA in free throw shooting as Jamal Bienemy. the floater. Showing you a little bit of everything tonight, Bob.
Yeah. Very impressive first 16-plus minutes from Jamal Bieniemy. Khalifa gets it inside. Braswell and the Niners get their first field goal in over 8.5 minutes. Lead back to 3.
Another backdoor basket. That's at least 3 we've seen the first half.
Wide open under.
Really entertaining first half we've had.
Yeah.
Kind of tale of 2 runs. Charlotte start out hot. Then UTEP has come clawing back on the shoulders of Jamal Bieniemy especially, and great defense down here at this end.
Here's Jameer Young, 11 points, 3 of 5 from the floor. Isaiah Folks, 10 to shoot. Now it's Butler. Butler driving in, right hand, and it's blocked away. Verhoeven. 5 on 4. Nice pass, finish not there by Hollins. And the foot on the line by Braswell. UTEP again trying to take the lead for the first time since it was 2-0.
And Verhoeven says, not in my house. Mr. Butler, get that shot out of here.
Bieniemy looking for someone to get it into. Finally does. Bieniemy will get it back. And pass was deflected out of bounds.
I don't know about that one. Both officials confused. I was a little confused. But minor basketball, not to be confused with the Niners.
And every time I say that, I'm wondering, am I making that clear? Charlotte basketball. Just one of their last 9 from the floor. Here's Butler. Almost taken away by Hollins. Goes out of bounds, stays here with the Niners. Ball off UTEP. I thought it was close to being off Butler.
That was close, but see the enthusiasm and hear the enthusiasm over on the UTEP bench. No fans in the stands as Threadgill misses the short left-hand hook. But they are really active and talking.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing you notice with fans not allowed in. The benches and the words they're saying. Here's Bieniemy. Now Verhoeven. He's double teamed, looking for help. Hollins, boom, 3, good. Foot will be on the line. It's a 2 for Sule Boom, but UTEP back in front since it was 2-0.
And beautiful ball movement, inside out, one side to the other leads to a wide open Sule Boom.
Braswell, 3. That's too strong. Bieniemy's got it. Boom will fire again. In and out.
And that would have been a big one right before the half.
Young will fire. That won't go. Rebound UTEP. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Jameer Young with a great steal. He'll push it up to Threadgill. And he'll finish. Jackson Threadgill with now 10 points here in the first half.
Yeah, Threadgill coming up big. Beautiful finish there. UTEP calling a play. Not quite the last shot of the half. Charlotte should get another possession, but it's going to be close.
Bieniemy, right hand, doesn't finish. Jallow the rebound. Now comes Young. He'll slow it up as Charlotte will hold for the final shot. Butler on the feed from Young, fakes the 3, going inside left, 10, and he finishes.
Coach Pierre, assistant coach, actually recruited me, yours truly, when he was at LSU many moons ago. There's your blast from the past.
Jameer Young, Niners start the same way they did the first half with the backdoor cut. And it's Braswell finishing just his second bucket of the game. And Charlotte leads by 5.
And we start the second half the way we began the ball game, backdoor cut and an easy basket for the 49ers.
Here's Bieniemy. Can't pick up where he left off. Boom, though, has an open look three in the corner. That's good. Nice offensive rebound by Sibley. Able to get it out, and boom, hits his first triple of the game.
Yeah, welcome sight for UTEP. Souley Boom. If he gets it going, look out. Adds another dimension to their game as Threadgill misses the wide open three from the top of the key.
I talked at halftime, Braswell and Boom, two of the top scorers for both teams, quiet in that first half, each with a bucket here in the first minute of the second half. Boom will fire again. That one doesn't go. Austin Butler the rebound. Fifth board for Butler. He'll push it up. Threadgill going inside, and a nice finish with the right hand.
Jackson Threadgill looking like all conference tonight. Strong right hand, and he is getting to the rack.
Nice right hand by Khalifa. Will knock the ball out of bounds from Boom. Threadgill with the 12 points, tying his career high. Said it earlier this season in a game at App State. That Charlotte won. Bieniemy. 10 to shoot. And Bieniemy threw it right to Khalifa. Jameer Young off to Butler.
Yeah, unforced turnover there by Bieniemy. Leads to the easy fast break opportunity for Charlotte.
Sibley. Looked at Verhoeven. And give it to him. It's back to Bieniemy. 12 to shoot. Into the corner, Boom. Good ball movement, shot not there though. Niners with the defense. Here's Bieniemy, pulls up three. That doesn't go, rebound Butler. Butler over to Braswell, up and in. Timeout UTEP. So Charlotte really starting the second half the same way they did the first half. And the Niners on a 6-0 run. Lead by 8. Charlotte 4 of 5 from the floor here so far in this second half. UTEP 1 of 4 as the lead is up to 8. Here's Boom, little spin move inside, and a foul going to be called on Butler. His second.
Yeah, Butler talking to Jamie Lucky. Not sure about that call. Thought he was in position with hands up. But I can tell you who's going to win that argument. There you see, he was in the restricted area and the bang play, but a lot of body contact. Souley Boom knocks down both free throws.
Boom now with 4 points. Or 4 for 4 at the line, excuse me. Braswell on the line. So a turnover for Charlotte, their first of the second half. Each team now with 10. Bieniemy's pass deflected, turnover number 11, and now foul going to be called on Bieniemy. It's his first.
That's his second unforced error early in the second half. After a stellar first half performance, Jamal Bieniemy a little out of sorts the first few minutes. The second frame.
Khalifa backing inside, and it's swatted away. Butler's got it. looking for help, feeds it over to Braswell. Left hand and one. Well, it was a huge block by Onyema. But in the end, works out pretty well for Charlotte.
Yeah, nice finish by Robert Braswell, the fourth. Little deuce with the left hand.
Braswell still perfect this season at the free throw line. Make that 18 for 18. And Charlotte up by 9. Largest lead was 13 at 22-9. Hollins to Bieniemy. Bieniemy working on Butler long two, and that one didn't even hit the rim off the backboard. And Bieniemy, right now we're close to where he was in the first half.
Well, part of that is the type of shots he's getting. First half, he was getting some really good looks. Now, he did make a few difficult ones after he got hot, as Austin Butler makes a nice drive and finish. But it's very different. Bieniemy starting out playing a little more one-on-one basketball.
Charlotte by 11. Flaherty. They work it around. 12 to shoot. Onyema working on Khalifa. And that ball went off the left hand of Onyema, and it's another turnover for UTEP. The floor, Charlotte up by 11. Jameer Young bringing it up for the Niners. Charlotte right now off and rolling here in this second half. And a 3-point lead at the break. As up to 11, there's a pass inside. Boom was able to deflect it for a second, but back to Young. Young can't get the shot to go. Jallo, though, took it away. And now it's out to Butler, 5 to shoot. Wanted to get it in the corner to Threadgill.
It looked like the shot clock stopped temporarily.
Because I thought it was 5 when Butler went to pass it.
Got stuck on 6 for a while. Allotted.
No real argument from Ron Sanchez. So UTEP basketball. Miners getting some movement this possession. Bieniemy little floater, doesn't go. Nice job, though, to tip it back out. White collected it, now back to Boom.
Shot clock problems again, apparently.
I think they're questioning when the ball was picked up by White around midcourt.
Yeah, the reset after the offensive rebound.
So 25 on the shot clock. And now a travel by Sibley.
Yeah, another unforced turnover, number 13 for UTEP. Kind of things that give you gray hairs if you're Coach Joe Golding and staff. On the road, always difficult to win. You certainly don't want to dig yourself a hole by giving the ball away unnecessarily.
Braswell going inside, and that will be a charge on Braswell. Second foul on Braswell. Is he trying to get in the paint and score? That's where Charlotte's made their living here in this second half. All 6 made field goals from inside the paint. That one doesn't count, though, with the offensive foul. UTEP trying to get something going offensively. It's their last 4 shots. Haven't scored in over 3 minutes. Verhoeven out to Sibley. Now it's Bieniemy. Boom will fire the 3, and he got it. A much-needed shot for the Miners.
Yeah, much like the first half, will be interesting to see if that gets UTEP going. but right back at you. Jallo knocks down a 3 of his own.
Jallo now up to 8 points. Such a huge addition for the Niners. Floater in the lane by Boom, not there. There's Butler, another board. He's got 8. He'll run the push, and that's going to be a charge. He wanted to get it to Threadgill, but ended up kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, one of those I'm sure Austin Butler would love to have back. He had Braswell streaking down the right side, wide open. Tried to get a little too cute. Ends up turning the ball over. And not to be outdone, Charlotte with 13 turnovers now.
Reuven working on Jallo. Kicks it off to White. White going baseline. He stepped out of bounds. Emmanuel White. And turnover number 14 for UTEP.
Well, UTEP was able to get back in the game in the first half with their defensive intensity in the passing lanes, forcing turnovers. They don't have their bench in front of them imploring them this half, but they're going to need some stops.
Satterfield checking in the game. As Emmanuel White will head to the bench.
Satterfield's been quiet tonight. Yet to score, coming in averaging 8 points a game.
Jallo driving, nice bounce pass. Young draws the contact. And a shot that had no hope as it actually hit the back of the backboard, but Young will head to the line. Jameer leading the way in the first half in scoring for Charlotte with 11. This is his opportunity for his first points of the second half. And that one doesn't go. First miss of the game by the Niners at the line. Now 8 of 9. Young 3 of 4 at the stripe. Isaiah Folks will check into the game. Jameer Young will get a brief rest, I'm sure. For Coach Sanchez, a team that hadn't played in so long, but all of a sudden 3 games here in 5 days. As this game number 1. They'll see UTSA Saturday at 1, Florida Atlantic on Monday at 4. Saturday here at Halton Arena, Monday on the road.
You see Charlotte, anytime the ball goes in the low post or the corner, they're double teaming.
Satterfield 3, good! Terrell Satterfield, his first field goal make of the game. And it's back to single digits at 9.
And Satterfield shooting 47% from behind the arc on the season, so he definitely has the range.
Here's Jallo, too strong with the right hand, grabbed by Boom. Souley Boom, working on Threadgill, got right by him, left hand doesn't finish. Rebound Khalifa. Jallo to Threadgill. And they tried the backdoor cut. It was kicked. Probably a break for Charlotte. That might have been an easy steal for Boom. 11:29 to go in the second half. Charlotte by 9. Now look at Coach Joe Golding in his first year leading UTEP. Picked up their first conference win last time out. And a 33-point win over Southern Miss. 1-2 so far in conference play. They will be in Norfolk, take on Old Dominion on Saturday. These two teams in the season last year played back-to-back nights in El Paso. UTEP winning both of those. 3 in the corner from Folks. Used the backboard, didn't fall. And it's picked up by the Miners. Boom. Out of Bieniemy. Bieniemy still scoreless in this second half after picking up 17 points in the first 20 minutes. Sibley trying to back down on Butler. Right hand won't go. Khalifa the board. This is the 13th meeting all time between the two sides. It's tied at 6, and there's Jahmir Young on the backdoor cut. 14 now for Jahmir.
Yeah, Charlotte's so disciplined offensively. Run that motion offense, and if you overplay the passing lanes, they will make you pay. Backdoor. Wild shot by Boom, and semi-transition for the Niners, slowing it down.
There's the backdoor cut again. Khalifa too far in front for Folks. Substitutions on each side.
There you see Khalifa. Excellent passer at 6'11". Great vision. A play he makes numerous times in almost every game. Those backdoor passes, and then he makes a few, like we saw. Throws it out of bounds, but very talented big man.
Khalifa with 3 assists, 2 turnovers. Here's Bieniemy. That one won't go. Khalifa the rebound. His 5th board. And UTEP now over 2 minutes without a point. Jahmir Young, nice feed in the corner. Threadgill 3. Doesn't go. Jahmir got it underneath, and he's fouled. Give credit Khalifa. Didn't get the board. Looked like he got a hand on it. And it ended up in Jahmir Young's hands.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Ali Khalifa. It's a loose ball, and just a little tip right in the hands, right place, right time. Jahmir Young with a chance to add to his 14, now 15 points, but 9 rebounds, 4 assists. A great rebounder, averages 6 rebounds a game, but does a little bit of everything.
The assists at 4 coming into this game. Jahmir Young been averaging over 4 assists a contest. Up about an assist and a half from a year ago. I think some of that Joby weapons that have collected here in Charlotte, a lot of transfers coming in. All of a sudden, Jahmir got a lot of firepower to play with.
That's right. You can make the right play, the right pass, and if you don't have guys on the other end to finish it, you don't get an assist. Charlotte, one of their more talented teams they've had in years. So see another turnover. Offensive foul there, Sibley with a moving screen.
15th turnover on UTEP. Charlotte here with the 13-point lead, tying their largest of the game. And as Charlotte went through this long break, you never want that. And Coach Sanchez thought he had this team basically playing their best that they had been heading into the Christmas break. Had won their last 2, did lose to Wake Forest at the home of the Hornets here in Charlotte, the Spectrum Center, but that was a loss on a buzzer beater by the Demon Deacons. Here's a 3 in the corner, won't go. Loose ball, and it's Threadgill. Second time a hand on a ball has kept it alive for Charlotte. It was Austin Butler that time. Now Butler going in, kicks it into the corner, but we're going to get a charge on Butler, and that'll be his 4th.
That's 2 of his 4. Leaving his feet on the pass. Right idea. Just one step too many. And he knows it. A little frustrated as he heads to the bench. But overall, good performance by Austin Butler as well.
Officials stopping play here for a second. Not sure the exact reason. It is UTEP basketball. Now we're ready to go. Under 9 to play. Here's Boom, guarded by Young. Satterfield three, that won't go. Jallo the rebound. Musa Jallo, full steam ahead, left hand too strong. Satterfield the rebound. Bieniemy still looking for his first points of the second half. Onyema, hook shot, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Onyema now.
Yeah, nice plays there. Simple basketball mismatch on the inside against Threadgill. Onyema gets a much-needed basket. Now UTEP needs a stop.
Deep three. Jallo won't go. Another offensive board for the Niners. Make that 8. 3 recently. Khalifa inside left hand. His first bucket of the game.
And nifty footwork by the big fella. A little step over. Finish with the left hand.
Bieniemy, after being 0 for 5 from the floor in the second half, finally getting on the stat sheet in this second half after an electrifying first 20 minutes where he had 17 points. They'll need him to get going if they're going to claw back into this. They were down 13 in the first half, came back and took a lead by 1. There's Braswell, corner 3, in and out. Sibley the board. And here comes UTEP.
Yeah, but this is more the pace that Charlotte likes to play. Lower scoring affair. We mentioned the first half when UTEP scores 70 plus, they're 7-1. And of course at 80 or more, they're 4-0, but we got a long way to 70 here with 6:50 and counting to go.
Satterfield, a nice finish inside. Second bucket for Satterfield as he's now up to 5 points. And after a drought, they've made their last 3 shots. Jameer Young inside. Draws the contact. And that'll be team foul number 7. I believe it was a shooting foul for Jameer anyway, but rest of the way, Charlotte will be at the free throw line. Niners just 4 fouls. Charlotte been strong at the charity stripe, now 12 of 13. A lot of that coming here from number 1, Jameer Young, as he is 7 of 8 at the line. That's 7 of 9. Lead is 10 with under 6.5 to go. Bieniemy gets past Braswell, but too strong. The board by Hollins. He draws the foul.
Yeah, Bieniemy clapping. Encouraged himself. He had an easy one. That he missed. Nice little right to left cross. Jallo comes over to help, distracts him. A great rebound there by Hollins.
Hollins, an 81% free throw shooter, senior from San Francisco. Can't hit the first one, though. Does make the second. UTEP 5 of 8 for the game at the line. Jameer Young on the feed from Khalifa. He can't finish. Satterfield the rebound. Now to Boom. Open 3 from the wing. In and out. Nice offensive board, though, by Hollins. And the lead is 7.
And plenty of time left. Charlotte not in complete control yet.
Bieniemy going to be called for the foul. So a 1-and-1 here for Charlotte. Just the second foul for Bieniemy.
You see Boom wide open, but no one finds Hollins. Unopposed on the put-back finish. You can feel the momentum start to shift a little bit here. There may be a run in store for the UTEP Miners.
Coach Golding again saw this in the first half. This team come back from 13 down to take a 1-point lead. Jallo, smooth at the line.
And Charlotte keeps knocking out these free throws, and that's a big part of winning ball games. The little things, they have done their part at the line.
And they lead by 9, and they have made 9 more free throws than UTEP. They've attempted 8 more. Boom with 12 points in the game, but just 3 of 13 from the floor. Now it's Bieniemy. Hollins gets the pass to Boom. Young on him. Now it's Satterfield inside, doesn't finish. Looked like he was looking for contact, Joby, that wasn't there.
Yeah, beautiful drive, but I think you're right, leaning in. Had a tough angle at the basket and comes up empty on an easy opportunity.
Almost taken away. Now Jallo fires a 3. Doesn't fall. Hollins the rebound. Still a single-digit game at 9 points. And not the offensive foul you want to see, as Hollins stepped in, trying to set the screen.
Yeah, just moved a little too soon. Sometimes the big men like to set that screen and slip to the basket. Hollins got caught in between. Turnover number 16 for UTEP.
Charlotte just one of their last 8 from the floor. As Jallo backing in, now out to Butler. Butler, turnaround shot blocked. Butler takes it back, and he scores. Oh, it was a great defensive play by Sibley, but Butler didn't give up on it. Boom. Drawing contact. Jameer Young, his second. And this will allow Boom to head back to the line where he's 4 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, Boom just 3 points here in the second half. 3 for 13 from the field overall. Great scoring ability. As we mentioned, leading the Miners in scoring at 18.5 a game coming in. Knocks down both of those.
Boom became the 35th member of the UTEP 1,000 Point Club. Preseason all-conference selection, having a strong year at 18.5 points a game. He's up to 14 in this game, as the lead is 9. Braswell getting by Hollins, and ordered out of 109 games. Been coming into his own here for Charlotte. Double figures now in 6 of his last 7. And the Niners lead by 10. Been hovering around that mark for most of this second half. It was 3 points at the break. And Bieniemy just can't get it going in the second half. Jameer Young. That one was tipped. And now it will be out of bounds. It will stay with Charlotte. Nice job by Sibley, impacting that shot from Jameer Young from 3. Second block for Sibley. A foul on Hollins as Charlotte was trying to inbound the ball. And this will be 2 shots. And that being the 10th team foul on UTEP. So Austin Butler, 67% at the line this season. That was his first attempt tonight.
And UTEP and Coach Golding naturally don't want to put Charlotte at the line as well as they shoot it. And you're just compounding the difficulty to climb back in this game as time dwindles away.
Here's Boom inside, right hand, won't go, and Jameer Young just took that ball away. 11th rebound for Young. He has a double-double with 17 points. Threadgill is tied a career high with 12 in this contest. Now it's in the hands of Braswell. All 5 players on the court in double figures for Charlotte. Threadgill, 3. That's good! Jackson Threadgill. Give him a new career high with 15. It's the largest lead in the game at 14. Bieniemy draws contact on Threadgill, and he'll head to the line for 2.
Oh, nice play, and Threadgill finds himself wide open, top of the key. Drains it. Jackson Threadgill playing big for the Charlotte 49ers. Always important as you go into conference play to get contributions from players that maybe you aren't accustomed or expecting to get big contributions from. Threadgill, and playing well each time, is going to grow in confidence, and as you get late in conference play and into that conference tournament, those are the guys that can step up in key moments and really change the course of a few days and maybe even a season.
Both free throws by Bieniemy good. Full court pressure here from UTEP. Niners able to break it out, though. Now it's back up to Young, 20 to shoot. Double team on Young. Gets it over to Threadgill. Now Jallow. 10 on the clock. Nice feed to Butler. It's Hollins in the air, and Butler will head to the line.
Well, Butler is not afraid of contact. He does a great job. Pump fake and not shying away, but initiating the contact, earning another trip to the free throw line. Coach Sanchez instructing Jameer Young. Charlotte want to take care of the basketball late here. Continue to play hard defensively. And if they don't turn it over, there's a good chance the Miners of UTEP are going to run out of time.
Here's Boom trying to get past Young. Now step back 2. Doesn't go. Jallow the rebound. His 8th board. And now just 2 to go, and it looks like UTEP going to end and putting together his best performance of the season with the 15 points, 6 of 9 from the floor. You still hear the UTEP bench telling their defense to D up, and they'll get a turnover as Braswell's foot was on the line when he caught the pass. Jifa in the game, now gets it to White. Now Hollins. Hollins with 4 fouls. White looked like he had a shot to pull the trigger from deep, didn't do it. Seven to shoot. Here's White on Khalifa. Right hand, won't go. Rebound Jallow. He's now up to 9 boards. 1 away from making it 3 Niners with double-doubles. It looks like he won't get that opportunity as Coach Sanchez making some substitutions. Marvin Cannon in the game, first time for him tonight. Luka Vasic, we saw play a couple minutes back in the first half. He checks back into the game as well. Threadgill Dumps it off. Shot almost taken. Decide not to. Now Vasic. Here's Folks going inside. Actually got too far inside. Francois got the board. His shot doesn't go. Folks, as the shot clock was expiring, did not look like Folks hit it.
They may have a foul. They're going to discuss it. Didn't look like it hit the rim. Not sure. I didn't see a foul, but
I don't know if they were just looking at the shot clock.
Officials didn't get the memo that it's time for dinner.
Well, there was at one point I was witnessing, there's nobody here but friends and family, and there was something where Jamie Lucky pointed at somebody. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if you saw in the NBA the other night. Resetting the shot clocks like they are doing 17 seconds. You had Devin Booker of the Sun shooting a free throw in Toronto where there was no fans, but the Raptor mascot was behind, and he complained. He was distracted, and they actually moved the mascot into the corner.
No comment.
It worked his way for Booker. 39.7 to go. 17 on the shot clock as they did put some more time on it. There's Folks out of Bennett. Five to shoot. Folks tries to go back door. Taken away by UTEP. Now we get a shot clock with 21.5 to go.
Let's just about do it here.
For UTEP in action Saturday, taking on Old Dominion. Charlotte taking on UTSA. As that shot doesn't go, as the Miners just have not been able to get things going offensively throughout this game. The Charlotte 49ers